Most of us are held back by a mind we've never learned to lead. Our emotions control our decisions while our habits betray us. Our attention is scattered, causing our reactions to overpower our intentions. One part wants growth, discipline, peace, and clarity, and another part keeps returning to distraction, fear, avoidance, and old patterns. This is the real battle of life. Inner authority is the ability to govern yourself from within. It is the act of learning how to direct your thoughts, emotions, habits, attention, and behavior instead of being ruled by them. Clearly, it is about having a sense of self-leadership and becoming stable enough to trust yourself. The following 10 steps are designed to help you break destructive cycles, strengthen your mind, and build a life guided by awareness instead of impulse. Step 1. Wake up to your inner patterns. Every person lives with an internal struggle. One side seeks comfort, certainty, and familiarity. The other side seeks growth, discipline, and transformation. Most people believe their biggest problems exist outside of them. For example, difficult people, stressful situations, lack of time, or bad circumstances. But external pressure often reveals internal weakness. The true battle is usually between your intentions and your conditioning. You may want peace, yet react emotionally. You may want discipline, yet continue avoiding what matters. You may want change, while remaining attached to familiar behaviors that keep you stuck. Mastering your mind begins by admitting the conflict exists. You cannot lead yourself honestly while pretending you are fully in control. Step 2. Understand how your mind was conditioned. The mind is shaped through repetition and emotional experience. Every repeated thought, reaction, fear, and habit slowly becomes part of your internal programming. Experiences tied to shame, rejection, fear, criticism, or emotional pain often create automatic patterns. Over time, the mind learns survival strategies designed to avoid discomfort. Avoidance may have once protected you from failure. Perfectionism may have earned approval. Emotional distance may have reduced disappointment. These patterns were not created randomly. They were learned. But survival patterns that once protected you can eventually begin controlling you. If you want to master your mind, you must first understand what trained it. Step 3. Identify the patterns controlling your life. Many people repeat destructive behaviors without fully understanding why. They procrastinate, overthink, numb themselves with distraction, abandon goals halfway through, or react emotionally in ways they later regret. This is not always weakness. Often, it is unconscious conditioning. The mind naturally returns to what feels familiar, even when it is harmful. Familiar pain can feel safer than unfamiliar growth. That is why people often sabotage the very changes they claim to want. Some patterns appear loudly. Others hide beneath excuses, delays, emotional exhaustion, or constant distraction. Your life cannot change until your patterns become visible. Step 4. Strengthen the space between trigger and response. Most people react automatically. Something happens, and the emotional response immediately takes over. Stress becomes anger. Fear becomes avoidance. Criticism becomes defensiveness. A mastered mind creates space before reaction. Between every trigger and response is a moment where awareness can interrupt impulse. That moment may only last a few seconds, but it changes everything. Learning to pause before speaking, breathing before reacting, observing your emotions without immediately obeying them. These small interruptions build inner authority. Freedom is often found in the pause. Step 5. Learn emotional control without losing your humanity. Some people suppress emotions until they become emotionally disconnected. Others allow every emotion to dictate their behavior. Neither leads to stability. Emotional mastery means learning how to feel deeply without surrendering control of yourself. Fear does not always mean danger. Anger does not always justify aggression. Anxiety does not always mean something is wrong. Emotions contain information, but they should not become unquestioned commands. A strong mind does not ignore emotion. It learns how to regulate it. Calm breathing, physical grounding, silence before reaction, and emotional awareness are not signs of weakness. They are signs of leadership over the self. Step 6. Build discipline through small daily victories. Discipline is not punishment. It is proof that your future matters to you. Most people fail because they rely on motivation instead of structure. Motivation changes daily. Discipline creates consistency. Real transformation is rarely dramatic. It is built through small repeated actions, keeping promises, following through, waking up on time, limiting distractions, finishing what you start, and acting correctly even when you do not feel like it. Every small act of consistency strengthens trust in yourself. Every repeated action teaches your mind who you are becoming. Your future is shaped by what you repeatedly do, not what you occasionally intend. Step 7. Rewrite the identity you have been living from. Most people are controlled by hidden beliefs about themselves. I am not disciplined. I always fail. I am too emotional. I ruin opportunities. I can never stay consistent. Repeated long enough, these beliefs stop sounding like opinions and begin functioning like laws. But your identity is not fixed. Most of what you call identity is simply practiced behavior, reinforced over time. You are not required to remain loyal to the version of yourself built through fear, failure, or past conditioning. To master your mind, you must stop speaking about your limitations as if they are permanent truths. Step 8. Protect your attention and train your mind. Your mind becomes shaped by whatever consistently enters it. Conversations, media, social environments, routines, and language all influence your internal condition. A distracted mind creates a distracted life. If your attention is constantly consumed by outrage, comparison, negativity, noise, and stimulation, clarity becomes difficult. Your inner world slowly reflects whatever you repeatedly consume. Mental strength requires intentional focus. You must become selective about what you allow your mind to rehearse daily. Protect your attention. Choose your inputs carefully. Pay attention to your language. Train your focus deliberately. A powerful mind is built intentionally. Step 9. Stop reacting to life and start responding to it. Reactive people are controlled by circumstances. Every setback, opinion, temptation, or emotional wave shifts their internal state. Responsive people remain grounded. This does not mean they never feel frustration, stress, or disappointment. It means they no longer surrender themselves to every emotion or external event. When your mind becomes steadier, conflict becomes easier to navigate, pressure becomes easier to carry, decisions become clearer. Relationships improve because you stop reacting impulsively and start responding intentionally. Inner authority is not about controlling life. It is about remaining in control of yourself while life happens. Step 10. Commit to lifelong inner leadership. Mastering your mind is not a one-time achievement. It is a lifelong practice. Old patterns may return during stress, exhaustion, or uncertainty. You will still face resistance, setbacks, emotional struggles, and moments of weakness. That does not erase your progress. It reveals where further growth is needed. The goal is not perfection. The goal is becoming more aware, more disciplined, more emotionally grounded, and more aligned over time. A powerful life is built through continual correction, honesty, and renewal. The person who leads themselves well becomes difficult to break. Conclusion: your mind can become your greatest strength or your greatest prison. If left undisciplined, it will pull you toward distraction, emotional reaction, fear, avoidance, and inconsistency. But when trained intentionally, it becomes a source of clarity, steadiness, focus, and strength. You may not control every circumstance in life, but you can learn to govern your responses, your habits, your emotions, and your attention. That is inner authority. And once you develop it, every area of your life begins to change.